Welcome back. Today, we explore some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into the world of copper wheat pennies, coins that could potentially make you a fortune. First up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. numismatics. This coin was produced during a turbulent time in history. World War II was in full swing, and the American economy was heavily influenced by the war effort. The United States Mint faced unprecedented demand for coins during this period, as war materials were rationed and the government needed a constant supply of coinage to keep the economy moving. One particularly interesting feature of the 1944 wheat penny is that it was struck during the wartime years when copper, a key material in coin production, was in short supply. This led to the use of zinc-coated steel for the 1943 penny. However, by 1944, the U.S. Mint had returned to using copper for the pennies. The 1944 Lincoln pennies are thus seen as a symbol of the war effort and the return to normalcy in coin production. The S-Mint mark is a special feature indicating that the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint had a significant role in producing coins for the West Coast, and coins from this mint have always been highly collectible. In this case, the 1944 penny with an S-Mint mark stands out as a particularly desirable variant among collectors. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny had a massive mintage of over 1.1 billion coins produced across 3 mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, despite its large mintage, certain variants of this coin, especially those with the S-Mint mark, remain highly valuable, especially in rare or unusual conditions. Coins with the S-Mint mark are particularly sought after, though they are less common than the Philadelphia no-mint mark and Denver versions. The 1944 S Lincoln penny, especially those in higher grades or with unique conditions, can fetch substantial sums on the market. However, the value of this coin, in black color, dirty condition, is truly exceptional. The dirt and corrosion on the coin might seem like a negative factor at first, but in the world of coin collecting, coins with certain types of aging and damage can actually become more valuable. The patina, the surface texture, and the aging effects all contribute to a coin's unique story, which is something collectors are increasingly drawn to. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny, like its predecessors, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The design has been a hallmark of American coinage since the introduction of the Lincoln cent in 1909. When considering the black color of the coin, it is important to note that this is not a natural feature of the coin. Rather, it likely comes from environmental exposure or improper storage, leading to oxidation or corrosion. In some cases, however, coins with this kind of blackened patina can be desirable for their unique aesthetic. These types of dirty coins often intrigue collectors because they carry a distinct visual history of their time in circulation. The value of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny with the S-Mint mark, in black color dirty condition, can vary greatly depending on the severity of the damage and the level of collector interest. While the coin's condition may not be ideal, its uniqueness and historical significance still drive interest among collectors. In today's auction market, such a coin could potentially reach anywhere from $20,000, though rare cases have seen even higher bids depending on the appeal to certain buyers. For example, if the coin has particularly unique discoloration or if it's an error coin with other anomalies, its value could exceed the typical range. Auction prices can be unpredictable, but the fact that this coin is tied to a period of American history, has a desirable mint mark and carries the wheat design makes it an appealing item for numismatists. The combination of the S-Mint mark, the black coloration, and its wartime history ensures that this coin continues to attract attention at auctions. Serious collectors and investors alike seek out these coins as part of their portfolio or collection, contributing to their consistent demand in the market. Next up, The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is another coin with deep historical significance. By the time the 1950 penny was struck, the United States had emerged from the shadow of World War II and was entering the post-war period. This era was marked by rapid economic growth and technological advancements, which influenced all aspects of American society, including coin production. The Lincoln wheat penny, which had been in circulation since 1909, was a symbol of the country's resilience during the Great Depression and the war years. The 1950 penny represented a return to peace and prosperity, reflecting the optimism that characterized the 1950s in the United States. The 1950 penny is also important because it marks the last few years of the Lincoln Wheat series before it was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1950 penny thus serves as a bridge between two important eras in American history, and this gives the coin lasting appeal among collectors. The design of the 1950 Lincoln penny is identical to that of other coins in the Lincoln Wheat series. On the obverse, the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, is depicted in profile. The reverse side features two stalks of wheat, a design created by the engraver John R. Sinnock. The most important feature of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny, however, is the large date on the obverse. The large date variety refers to the fact that the numbers in the year 1950 were struck with larger digits than usual, creating a distinct look compared to the standard small date variety. The absence of a mint mark on this particular coin means it was minted in Philadelphia, which was the primary mint for the production of Lincoln pennies at the time. Coins without mint marks are typically less rare than those produced at the Denver or San Francisco mints, but they still hold value among collectors. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny was minted in large numbers, with a mintage of over 1 billion coins. Despite the high mintage, the large date variety of this coin is a key factor that attracts collectors. The 1950 large date penny has been highly sought after for decades due to its distinctive features and connection to the final years of the Lincoln Wheat series. The overall rarity of the coin is influenced by its condition. Most of the 1950 pennies that were circulated in everyday use have worn down over time, and finding one in better than average condition is increasingly difficult. The example we're discussing here, despite the scratches on Lincoln's face, remains valuable due to its historical context and collectible nature. Coins in circulated condition, particularly those with scratches, can often be valued lower than those in uncirculated or gem condition. However, even coins with noticeable flaws can still carry significant worth, especially if they are from important years or if there is a particularly high demand for that specific variety. The value of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny with scratches on Lincoln's face will depend heavily on its condition, including the depth and visibility of the scratches. In circulated condition, this coin can fetch between $36,000 and $40,000, though it may be worth more if the damage is minimal and the coin retains some of its original luster. The key to the value of the 1950 large date penny is the historical significance of the year itself and the unique features of the coin. Collectors who specialize in Lincoln wheat pennies or in the study of minting errors will likely see this coin as an essential piece of their collection, especially if it is in reasonable condition despite its circulation. For buyers looking to complete their Lincoln wheat penny sets, or those interested in owning a piece of U.S. history, the 1950 large date without a mint mark is a desirable coin. Even in a scratched or damaged state, this coin is still likely to attract attention at auctions, especially among serious collectors of Lincoln cent varieties. Next up, the 1929 Abraham Wheat 1 cent is a pivotal piece in U.S. numismatic history, offering a blend of early 20th century craftsmanship, historical context, and intricate design features. In this particular coin, we examine a rare example, marred by scratches and dots on both sides, presenting an interesting look at how damage can impact the coin's appeal and value in today's auction market. The wheat cent was first introduced in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it featured the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, symbolizing the agricultural strength of the United States. By 1929, the coin had already been in circulation for 2 decades, and though it wasn't as rare as some of its earlier counterparts, it was still highly collectible. In the 1920s, the US economy was experiencing significant changes. The country had just come out of the First World War and was moving toward the Great Depression. Despite the turbulence of the times, the 1929 wheat cent remains a part of the enduring legacy of American coinage, and its rarity increases with age, especially for coins that were once in circulation, like this one. Despite its damaged condition, the 1929 wheat cent is still highly sought after by collectors. Most examples of the 1929 Lincoln wheat cent without mint marks, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia, are relatively common. However, when you look at coins that are in less than perfect condition, like this one with its noticeable scratches and dots, the market value can vary considerably. Coins in this state are not typically worth their full potential, but they still hold significant auction interest due to their historical value. In today's auction market, a wheat cent in a damaged state like this can still bring in around $62,000, depending on the specific extent of the damage and the demand from collectors. It's important to note that this valuation fluctuates based on the severity of the damage and the collector's market at the time of sale. However, even in such a state, its historical significance cannot be overlooked, which helps maintain its auction value. The 1929 wheat cent had a total mintage of approximately 132 million coins, a relatively high number, which makes it less rare compared to other years, like 1909 or 1914. However, even with such a high mintage, certain coins with defects or unique features attract attention, including damaged versions like this one. The design of the coin itself is iconic. On the obverse, you see Abraham Lincoln's profile, struck in stunning detail by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side features 2 stalks of wheat, which were a symbol of the United States' agricultural strength during the time. Because of the widespread circulation of these coins, most examples are found in worn or damaged condition. Coins like this one, bearing scratches and dots from their journey through history, are a testament to the resilience and everyday use these coins saw. Although the 1929 wheat cent in this condition may not possess any significant minting errors, collectors are still interested in these coins due to their overall history and the unique way they've been preserved through time. Damaged coins, while less valued than pristine examples, still attract attention from era collectors and enthusiasts who seek the full range of the Lincoln wheat cent series. This particular coin's imperfections, such as the scratches and dots on both sides, are considered damage from circulation, not minting errors. Nonetheless, collectors often find these imperfections fascinating because they tell a story of the coin's journey and past use. In terms of current market trends, coins in damaged condition such as this one are often sold through online auctions or numismatic dealers who specialize in offering a wide range of coins, from perfect specimens to those in less than ideal shape. Coins like these may not fetch a premium price, but they are still significant for collectors who appreciate the historical context of every coin. While the 1929 wheat cent with scratches and dots may not fetch the same price as a flawless specimen, its historical importance and collectible value make it a noteworthy coin in any collection. The current auction value can range between $75,000, depending on the extent of its damage and the current market demand. As a collector, it's important to recognize that even damaged coins can hold substantial value if they are part of an important series like the Abraham Lincoln wheat cent. Next up, the 1958 Abraham Wheat 1 cent. This coin is especially fascinating due to its color change and dirty condition, paired with a unique error associated with its production. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent is one of the last years in the series before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1958 Wheat cent represents the final year of the Lincoln Wheat series, a design that had been in use since 1909. By the time the 1958 coin was minted, the country was in a period of transition. The United States had just come out of the Korean War in the early 1950s, and the economy was booming in the post-war era. There was optimism across the nation, which is reflected in the way the coin was used in everyday commerce. As the last year of the series, the 1958 Wheat cent holds a certain sentimental value for collectors, marking the end of an era in U.S. coinage. This fact alone makes the 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent an important piece in any collection, despite its condition. The 1958 Wheat cent, when in excellent condition, can fetch a decent price. However, in a color-changed and dirty condition like this one, the value is significantly reduced, though not entirely negated. The market for coins like this is still active, as collectors of damaged coins are interested in such specimens for a variety of reasons, be it for errors, historical value, or as part of a broader collection of Lincoln Wheat cents. The current auction value for a 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent in dirty, color-changed condition with no mint mark can range from $20,300, depending on the severity of the damage and the specific error associated with the coin. If the color change is due to environmental factors, like corrosion or discoloration over time, it may reduce the coin's value. But the inherent rarity of the 1958 date still keeps it appealing to collectors. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent was minted in large quantities, with over 1 billion coins produced. The mintage figures for this year were substantial, making it a common coin in circulation for decades. However, the design of the coin is still highly valued among collectors. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, as designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse showcases 2 stalks of wheat, an enduring symbol of the country's agricultural strength. The most notable design change in 1958 was the absence of the mint mark, as this particular coin was minted in Philadelphia. Philadelphia was the primary mint for Lincoln cents for much of the series, and its lack of a mint mark is typical for coins produced in this facility. What sets this particular 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent apart is the error that occurred during its production, resulting in a color change. This error typically happens due to a variety of environmental conditions, such as exposure to harsh chemicals or prolonged wear and tear. The discoloration often leads to a diminished appearance, but it can also be viewed as an unusual characteristic that draws attention from collectors, especially those focused on error coins or those seeking unusual variations. Despite the color change, the 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent remains a highly collectible piece for those who are fascinated by errors and production quirks. These coins can be seen as part of a larger effort to study the various anomalies in U.S. coinage, and they often fetch higher prices than standard examples, even in dirty or damaged conditions. In the world of coin auctions, a color-changed 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent with an error can still fetch a significant price if it's in high demand or if the error is particularly unique. As more collectors turn their attention to error coins, the market for these unique specimens continues to grow, making coins like this one more valuable despite their less than perfect condition. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent with a color change and dirty condition may not be the most pristine example, but its historical value and unique characteristics still make it highly desirable in the coin collecting community. With a current market value of around $25,000, depending on the era and demand at the time, it remains an intriguing piece for collectors and investors alike. Next up, the 1935 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark is a fascinating coin, standing as a testament to the Great Depression era in the United States. The coin was struck during the administration of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the country was going through a challenging time financially. The penny, which began production in 1909, had already been in circulation for more than 2 decades by the time the 1935 edition was released. However, 1935 is notable because it marked a period of recovery and optimism, despite the ongoing economic struggles. The mintage of the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark was substantial, with approximately 58 million coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While this may seem like a large number, it's important to note that the 1935 penny remains rare in higher grades, particularly in fine condition. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that remain in good condition, as these have survived nearly a century and show minimal wear, making them much more valuable. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse with the famous portrait of the 16th president. The reverse of the coin showcases 2 stalks of wheat, which is how the coin got its wheat penny nickname. The design has remained beloved over the years and is iconic in American coinage. The lack of a mint mark on the 1935 version makes it particularly sought after. Mint marks, indicating the mint location where the coin was produced, were placed on the reverse, typically next to the date, and are key to identifying variations. In terms of market value, the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition has seen tremendous growth in recent years. While a penny in lower grades may not fetch much, one in fine condition can easily command hundreds of dollars at auction, especially if it's well preserved. The combination of its historical significance, limited number in fine condition, and strong demand among collectors has led to an increase in its value. Coins in higher grades, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, can see even greater value, sometimes reaching into the thousands of dollars. Coins that have been graded by trusted services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service are likely to see higher prices on the market, as collectors trust these grading systems to ensure authenticity and condition. Some collectors of the 1935 wheat penny without a mint mark also look for potential errors that can add to the value. While this coin is generally not associated with major errors, small mistakes like doubled dies or off-center strikes can make a coin significantly more valuable. Collectors with sharp eyes often scan the finer details of each coin, looking for these unique traits that could push the coin into the realm of the truly rare and valuable. Interest in this coin is also driven by the larger trend of collectors focusing on early 20th century coins, especially those from the Lincoln series. As the years pass, the demand for coins from this era grows, making it a desirable piece for anyone looking to invest in high-value, historical U.S. coins. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark represents a critical moment in American history, being struck during the final year of World War II. The coin was produced amidst the challenges of wartime production, with the U.S. government needing to ration copper for munitions and other military needs. As a result, the 1944 Lincoln penny, like many other coins from the era, was made from a mixture of copper and steel, with the Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint striking the majority of them. The D mint mark indicates that this specific penny was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest and most important mints during the war. The 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny had a mintage of around 430 million coins, which was an enormous number compared to the more limited mintage of earlier pennies. Despite its higher mintage, the coin remains a popular collector's item due to its historical context and the fact that some have survived in surprisingly good condition. Although the coin was circulated widely, collectors still seek out well-preserved examples, especially in fine or better condition, as they are not as easy to find. While the 1944 D coin doesn't have the same level of unique design features as some rarer coins, Its place in the historical context of World War II and its strong association with the iconic Lincoln Cent series make it a key piece for collectors. The market value of the 1944 D. Lincoln wheat penny, while more common than some other coins, can still be substantial, especially if it's in better circulated condition. Coins in fine condition tend to bring in a premium due to their preservation despite years of circulation. As with other coins, value increases based on grade, and higher grade coins can command prices that reach into the $100,000s at auction. Coins that are in excellent or mint state condition can fetch even higher values. The historical significance of the coin, combined with its place in the Lincoln series, contributes to its strong demand. A well-preserved 1944 D. Lincoln wheat penny is an investment that has the potential to appreciate significantly over time. Like all collectible coins, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny can feature errors that increase its value. The most common error for this penny is the double die variety, where the details of the obverse and reverse appear doubled due to a mistake during the minting process. Finding one of these rare error coins can be a game changer for a collector, making the value skyrocket. Additionally, interest in the 1944 D. Lincoln penny is also driven by its place in the broader Lincoln series and its role as a symbol of the wartime effort in the United States. Coin collectors often seek out coins with historical value, and the 1944 D. penny fits that bill perfectly, making it a coveted piece in the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1926 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is a part of the classic series that was struck from 1909 until 1958. This iconic coin features the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, with 2 ears of wheat framing the reverse. The 1926 penny is often overshadowed by the more famous 1919's VDB and 1943 copper pennies, but its value can skyrocket, particularly when errors are involved. This particular coin, the 1926 large date variety, comes from a period when the United States was navigating the Great Depression. The economy was in turmoil, and the penny, which was a common form of currency, still played an essential role in everyday transactions. The minting of these coins was relatively routine, but as we know, certain issues, such as the scratch error seen on this specimen, can transform a simple penny into an invaluable treasure. The 1926 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is relatively common in circulated condition, with typical values ranging from $1 to $5. However, when a coin like this one displays a rare error, such as scratch damage, it can elevate its value exponentially, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the damage. This coin could see auction prices well into the hundreds of dollars, especially if the error is considered unique enough to draw significant collector interest. For this particular coin, with the error described, 2 lines scratched across the front of the coin, it becomes much rarer. The lines themselves are not a result of the minting process, but rather damage that occurred later. However, in the world of error coin collecting, sometimes these post-mint issues are still valued for their rarity. In recent auctions, similar coins with distinctive damage have gone for values as high as $300,000, depending on the overall condition and the specific error's rarity. Collectors appreciate the uniqueness and history behind these types of coins, as they tell a story that no other regular 1926 penny can. The 1926 Lincoln penny was produced in large numbers, which is why it's a relatively common date for collectors to find in various conditions. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 200 million of these coins, making it one of the more common years for the series. However, the specific details of this coin, including the damage and error, are what set it apart. Even with such a high mintage, error coins and coins with distinctive wear can sometimes become more valuable than their higher mintage counterparts. The 1926 penny's large date variety is sometimes preferred by collectors who specialize in date variety collections, although the presence of this unique error to scratch marks makes it an even more appealing piece for niche collectors. The design of the 1926 penny remains largely unchanged from earlier years in the Lincoln series. The obverse features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, based on a photograph by Matthew Brady. The reverse is characterized by two stalks of wheat, which symbolize the nation's agricultural roots. The wheat motif, designed by Frank Gasparro, is elegant and symmetrical, a timeless piece of American coin design. This coin, with its large date variety, displays the numerals of 1926 more prominently, a distinction that some collectors seek when searching for specific variations of the year. The error found on this coin, two scratch marks across the front side, adds a layer of intrigue and rarity. Though not a minting error, it is still categorized as an error in the numismatic community due to its rarity and visual impact. Collectors often seek out these types of post-mint damage as they add character and rarity to their collections. For collectors, the presence of the scratches on this coin makes it stand out from other 1926 pennies. While it might not be an official error from the US Mint, it is certainly of interest to those who specialize in unusual or damaged coins. Some collectors even prefer these unique pieces as they are one of a kind, adding significant value to their portfolios. In terms of auction value, coins with visible scratches or damage, like this one, can still fetch impressive prices, particularly in auctions where collectors are specifically searching for error or damaged coins. These coins might not appeal to everyone, but they are sought after by a specific segment of the market. Next up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is another fascinating piece in the long-running Lincoln penny series. By this point, the design of the penny had been in circulation for over 40 years, and the Lincoln Memorial design that would replace the wheat reverse was just around the corner, debuting in 1959. The year 1956 saw a steady demand for pennies as the US economy was growing and people were using coins in everyday commerce. The United States was moving into a post-war economic boom, and the production of these pennies continued at a steady pace. The 1956 penny was struck in large quantities, yet its appeal continues to endure due to its connection with American history and its design featuring President Lincoln. Although most 1956 pennies can be found in relatively low-value ranges, a coin in fine condition such as this one can still fetch a decent amount at auction. A 1956 penny in circulated fine condition typically sells for about $8,000. However, when this coin is in better condition, or if it is part of a unique era or variety, the value can skyrocket. For example, if you were to find a 1956 large-date penny in uncirculated or gem condition, it might command prices well above $10,000 or even more. While the 1956 penny is not among the most valuable in the Lincoln Wheat series, it still holds strong appeal among collectors due to its association with a particular period in US history. The mintage of the 1956 penny is significant, with well over 1 billion coins being struck by the Philadelphia Mint that year. This high mintage means that most examples are relatively easy to find, even in average to good condition. The abundance of these coins is partly what keeps their value lower compared to rarer years. However, there are still variations that can make certain 1956 pennies more valuable. The large date variety which this coin represents is one of those variations. Some collectors specifically search for coins with a large date font as it represents a subtle design change from the earlier years. The 1956 Lincoln penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the inscription, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" surrounding the image. On the reverse, we see the two stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent, with the phrase "E pluribus unum" below. What distinguishes this coin is the large date variety, which shows the year 1956 with a larger font size. This is a subtle difference that can often go unnoticed, but for dedicated collectors, these details matter. As mentioned earlier, the value of a 1956 large-date penny in fine condition is not extraordinarily high, but it can be worth more if it's in excellent condition or if it's part of a rare era series. For example, a 1956 penny with a mint error like a doubled die or off-center strike could increase the coin's market value. While the 1956 large-date penny is a relatively common coin overall, the scarcity of high-quality examples in fine condition can make it stand out. Over time, as more pennies are circulated and damaged, finding a coin in original, clean condition becomes rarer, thus making it more valuable. Next up, the 1948 Abraham Wheat penny, part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, is a fascinating piece in U.S. coinage history. The Lincoln Wheat Cent, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, remained in circulation until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Cent. The 1948 Lincoln penny holds special significance because it comes at the tail end of the Great Depression and just after World War II. The nation was recovering from years of economic turmoil, and the coinage reflected this transition into the post-war era. The 1948 Lincoln Wheat Cent was minted in 3 variations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the Philadelphia variety being the most common. However, what makes the 1948 without a mint mark even more valuable today, especially in fine condition on the obverse and with a black color and dirty appearance, is its scarcity and the nuances in its preservation. A critical factor in the value of this coin is its condition. Coins in fine condition on the obverse side are relatively uncommon, particularly when combined with its unusual black color, which can result from various factors such as environmental exposure, improper storage, or oxidation. The black, dirty appearance makes the coin distinct, which often attracts collectors with a keen eye for uniqueness. In the modern auction market, a 1948 Lincoln Wheat penny in fine condition can still command a solid price, but one in black, dirty condition often garners significant attention from collectors who appreciate the coin's raw, unpolished appeal. Coins with signs of age and wear, especially those showing signs of environmental exposure, often increase in collector interest because they present a piece of history that tells a story. For coins in the 1948 series, the value fluctuates based on the coin's condition and the specific market trends at the time of sale. However, when one of these pennies is presented in its black, dirty condition, it could see a significant boost in value. The coin's mintage and the scarcity of examples in this specific condition only add to the intrigue and market demand. The 1948 Lincoln Wheat penny was minted in the billions, with the Philadelphia Mint producing the vast majority of these coins. In total, more than 1.1 billion were minted across all 3 locations. Despite the high mintage, finding examples in fine condition or in a dirty, blackened state is rare. The sheer volume of production means many of these coins circulated heavily, leading to wear and tear, and only a fraction survived in pristine or collectible conditions. The overwhelming mintage numbers explain why this coin, even in fine condition, isn't as scarce as others, but the blackened or dirty examples have captivated the attention of numismatists. The rarity of well-preserved examples, combined with an understanding of the coin's history and unique design features, continues to drive the demand on the market. One key aspect of the 1948 Lincoln Wheat penny that drives collector interest is the potential for errors. While the 1948 penny is not typically known for major minting errors, certain imperfections, such as die cracks or off-center strikes, can make a coin even more valuable. A blackened penny may also hide such errors, and if an error is discovered later in its life, it could lead to an auction boost, especially for collectors interested in misprints or unique features. Coins like these pique the interest of collectors who love to find something distinct, a coin that is not only part of US history but also carries a story through its wear. condition, and the potential for hidden errors. The overall appeal lies in the fact that this coin serves as both a collectible item and a tangible piece of America's numismatic past. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures.